Welcome back to Around the Block for the week of February 4th. This is the show that keeps you plugged into all things block packs, so you don't have to spend hours scrolling through videos like a detective who's lost their reading glasses. I'm your host, Jen Kahn, joined as always by my co-host, the one, the only Tex Hooper, who's here to make sure I don't go too far off the rails, or at least try. This week, our fearless field reporter, Loco, will have an update from being out in the wild, gathering all the insights. And let's be real, probably some nonsense from the Black Packs universe. Plus, we have Eva the intern on board, proving once again that interns do all the work and we take all the credit. And of course, the man, the myth, the maestro, Slappy White, is back with another segment that's guaranteed to keep things interesting, or at least mildly entertaining. So buckle up, grab a drink, coffee, whiskey, we're not judging, and let's take a trip around the block. All right, so
Yes.
Tex, look, before we dive into all of our regularly scheduled program, we have something new this week.
Oh, I love new.
I know. We're hoping this is going to be the first of many behind the block segments where we take you deeper into the inner workings of Block Packs HQ. So take it away, guys. What a fantastic kickoff behind the scenes of the Bo Jackson Battle Arena redemption process. Tex, have you claimed any redemptions?
I have. I've actually I've claimed 3 redemptions. I pulled 2 on my own and I won 1 in a break, and all 3 were Waddler. So I'm flushed with Waddler redemptions. I did manage to get a glow, which is very nice, and
That
2
is
fire.
very nice.
So if anyone's
2
looking for
fire.
a
All right.
fire, I have trade bait. And yeah, the process was great. It was super simple. I got my cards back within a week. One of the cards got held up with all the bad weather. I got that maybe 4 or 5 days after the first 2, but seamless process. It was great. I loved it. Well, Jen, I think it's time to go talk to our friend Loco. What do you think? I think he's
Let's
got
go.
some wonders information for us. So take it away, Loco.
Thanks, Tex. It's time for the Wonders Weather Update. Here we are in the inland Pacific Northwest where it can't decide what to do. Sunny day out here on beautiful Lake Coeur d'Alene. We have the sun, we have some clouds, and matter of fact, I don't know if you can tell, but it is snowing as well. So can't make up his mind, can't make a decision on what to do, but stone seekers, you need to be making some decisions here real quick. Before we talk about those decisions though, let's talk about what it means to be a stone seeker. We've had some requests about, hey, what exactly is Wonders of the First? Well, Wonders of the First is a collectible card game where you are a stone seeker trying to seek stones in 7 realms. Your opponent is also a stone seeker and wishes to do the same thing. You use cards such as Wonders that have power. You support them with spells, items such as equipment, and lands to try and, well, get the advantage in each realm. If you have the most power in a realm, you would attack and take the stone. The winner would be the one who has the most stones after those 7 rounds. You would be the official stone seeker who won. We'll have more little tidbits about how to play Wonders of the First, but let's talk about these decisions you have to make. If you've been here from the start, from the Kickstarter, you have until about February 15th, I believe, to claim your collector's guide. It's a first come, first serve. You'll be making 2 choices. Your first choice is what the one you really want. The second choice would be, hey, if I can't get my first, please give me this one. So while you're out there getting a Valentine's card for your Pookie, make sure to select which collector's edition you want. Maybe give that one to your Valentine. I don't know. Speaking of decisions, March 22nd is the Shattering, where we will first get our hands on true physical cards of the existence set, the first set of Wonders of the First. So make sure you have reservations at the hotel that's been blocked out for you by Block Packs. at Columbia, South Carolina, and your flights as well. We'll have some links down in the YouTube description for an RSVP for that, as well as that survey for those collectors booklets. All right, now, if you want to take a look at what cards to expect, there is a digital database of all the cards that have been released so far for this Existence set. Make sure to head over to Cardio.io. We'll have it linked down there in the YouTube description as well. It's like Wonders Compete CCG, but we'll have the link there for you. And you can take a look at not only all the cards, but some deck crafting that some of the top current players are doing, and players like me, where we're just kind of having some fun. So, once again, make those decisions. Don't be like this weather here in the inland Northwest. Back to you, Jen.
Oh, it's looking very peaceful, but still a little bit chilly there, Loco. Thank you, as always, for that insightful update on Wonders and all the different ways you can play. So, Tex, have you ever played Wonders?
I did at the National last year. I sat down and played a game against Yorzane, and luckily I had the great Ramel, uh, Wonders artist, and everything to help me. He coached me through the game, and I ended up beating Yorzane with one card at the very end after he had whooped me the entire time up to that point. So, Jen, have you ever played Wonders?
I actually have a couple of times. I played a few times in the very beginning on it's the tabletop simulator, I think. Um
Hmm.
which is really cool. That you can play online and that the cards are really there or whatever. That's where I kind of learned to play with some very helpful, nice people. And then I did play one or two rounds at the National. Um, and I think I won, but I think it was because they took pity on me and the fact that I didn't really know what I was doing. So, but
Oh,
it's
hey,
a
a
very
win's a
it's a
win.
very fun game. Yeah, I'm taking it.
Yeah, win's a win.
I'm
Yeah,
taking it.
you take it any way you can get it.
Yep.
What's next? I think we have Hawkwind next, don't we?
I believe we do.
Uh,
So how you guys doing tonight?
we're great. We're
We're
great.
doing
How are
we're
you?
doing all right. Yep.
Yep, I got this little hat. Believe it or not, Cardio Chris on Discord, the
Oh,
ones who
really?
ship out. He took me to the best barbecue place. He said it's in around Austin. So
What? What?
Terry
I
Black,
can't quite read the
Yeah,
hat.
what's
What?
it
Which
called?
is it? Is it?
Terry Black's Barbecue, Austin,
Oh, Terry
Texas,
Black, huh?
started 2014.
And was it the best barbecue?
Yeah, for me, but I also grew up in Vermont. So
True. Not a
yeah.
not a really a barbecue hotbed, Vermont.
No, no, not when you're bordering Canada. It's not.
Eh?
Yeah, exactly. All
Hey.
right, you guys ready to get into it? I got some
Yes, what you got for us
Bo
this
Jackson
week?
Battle Arena.
Ooh,
All
Battle
right,
Arena.
so the first thing I was announced today by Eric S. and announcements, and it was actually announcements in Discord on the official Bo Jackson Battle Arena. And I definitely would recommend you go there and actually see the announcement itself. But it was announcing more details and a sign-up sheet, a link to a sign-up sheet for the what they call it, the Boba or Bo Jackson Battle Arena Winter Brawl is what they're calling it. It's the really official big tournament. And the grand prize they announced, which is going to be a Bo Jackson inspired auto, and it's actually going to be the one that's going to get you in to the tournament for the grand for the at the national 2025 in Chicago.
Wow.
Yeah, and I think
So it's
we're
the
gonna
entry one.
we're gonna have that link down in the description of the video here below. And if you have any questions or anything, just leave us a comment there and we will get back to you and answer all your questions that you have. But that's gonna be very exciting.
Yes, it will be actually. So, a couple of quick things from it actually. There's a sign up form, but it's going to be Elite Playmaker is the style, solo play, and then a Playmaker mode. And then really importantly, you can't have more points. So your players can't be total more than 8,250 points. So that's the key to this tournament. And I mentioned, let me show you actually. Take a look at this. Let me share my screen. Just take me one moment here, and I'll show you what it looks like, what you're going to get as the grand prize.
Ooh.
Oh,
Right here. There it is. Not the graded one. This is just a sample of what it looks like, but it's numbered. It's from National 2024, and it's signed by Bo Jackson. And that's what it looks like.
oh,
Again, non-graded.
I want one of those. I didn't get
Yeah.
one.
Oh, if you went to 2024 National, which I know both you guys did, it was gorgeous and hard to get.
Yes, I
Yeah.
know someone that walked away with. What did Yo-Yo end up with?
Several?
4 or 5 of them?
Yeah.
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 He paid for some of those and then he
Oh,
actually
he did.
won
Oh,
some, I think.
yes. Yeah, 100% he did,
I even tried to
yeah,
buy
he's
one off like an 8-year-old that won one, and he looked me dead in the eye and said no
Yeah.
immediately. And then
That
his
sounds
dad,
like you.
and then his dad just looked at me and
It sounds
shrugged.
about right.
Yeah. And then they had to
Yeah.
pull you away from any kid after that. Disappointing. Let me tell you a few other quick things that happened. Look at this. Look at the price of this a closed auction.
That's
Yes, that's
insane.
right. Billy, the one of one, won for $12,100 yesterday. It ended.
That's unreal.
That,
Has the
that might be,
has the buyer come forward? Do we know who it was?
yes, we do. They publicly announced it, and it is Cardio Chris.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's
Wow.
Chris.
that tracks. That tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah. He has quite a bit of the one-on-ones, quite a
Yeah.
collection going. But I will say that might be the at least that I've ever seen, which is not definitive, but I've never seen a dog card collecting card ever go for that much money.
I
It
would
is
have
pretty
to
nuts.
say yeah. There had to be a Benji rookie card though, or something, right?
Yeah, but not for 12,100. I wanted to point out, if you take a look, I love how it goes for that much money and they still charge $18 for shipping.
Well, that's Probstein for you. I've dealt with him
Yeah,
before.
yeah, that's the auction house. And I got one last thing to share. Thought this was very interesting. This happened, I think, today. Somebody said, is there a taker for $25,000 for 20 jumbo boxes? So this guy was selling 20 jumbo boxes for $25,000. And then Cardio Chris said, I'll buy it $25,000. So boxes now, jumbo boxes at bulk are going for $1,250 each.
Wow.
That
Yeah.
is crazy.
That's wild.
That's how much they do now. Yep. What do you guys think of that?
I'm jealous.
Yeah, I was trying to think of the word. I'm like in my, I'm dreaming.
Yeah.
It would be awesome. Yeah, jealous is a good word. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm jealous of both of them, I bet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's hard to do.
Both sides won on that one.
Creepers.
Yeah, that's a big win. Well, thank you guys, and I'll be back next week for some more Bo Jackson Battle Arena news. Peace.
Thanks, Aquin.
Thanks, Hawkwin. All right, what do we got now? What's coming up now?
I think it's time for the when segment, the Zarek when.
And for our next Zarek When segment, we're going to talk about the Wonders serialized redemption boxes. We were hearing you guys might have some updates on our fabulous serialized boxes for Wonders, and potentially maybe when that little empty box for a serial number might be coming into play.
Yeah. So obviously, we everybody's gonna have to send their NFT, or actually, we don't call them NFTs anymore. We call them RWAs, which stands for real world assets. Right, I think so. Like, real world assets. So, because they're really not an NFT. If you think about it, NFT is non-fungible. These actually are tied to a real world asset. So, that's really like the term we want to go with there going forward. Because it's kind of confusing, but like you get a box of cards that are freaking awesome. It's not a normal NFT. So when we start collecting those RWAs, we'll get those, and then when you fill out the redemption thing, if you want to have those redeemed with the Shattering, what you're going to have to do is put in the address for the Marriott, and then we'll make sure those are at the Marriott for you, and it'll be your exact serialized box that you got.
Ooh.
So that's the plan. So, and I don't think that's going to change. So, but like if you want dates and stuff, go ahead.
No, I was going to say, so to put in the Marriott address, where is there a form for that? I know there was
Yeah, so the plan is we have a pretty good redemption process now already built into the marketplace. So instead of trying to have everybody tell us specifically which number box that they want us to use for the event, what we'll do is, yes, the plan is to move them into the marketplace, hopefully shortly here in the near future. Then we'll go into the next step where we will get everything sealed up and boxed up first here at the factory to prove that none of the boxes were gamified. They are literally all sealed, and then we will run the randomization on the number so people will know what box they get, right? And from there, you will use the marketplace redemption process, and we will have a survey here shortly coming out. We'll post some updates, and we'll give you the Marriott address. When you put in the Marriott address, that will signify to us that that is the specific boxes that you want to have included in your Kickstarter order when it's sent to the Shattering.
Yeah. So speaking of Kickstarter orders, here's it's a spoiler probably to you guys, but the survey is coming out today. It might come out before you guys air this episode, but there's going to be a survey. And so I know everybody's asking a lot of questions on the Kickstarter orders. It's going to be all or none. So like, if you want your entire Kickstarter order, just say you want it. It's not going to be like we send your starters to your house. Like, it's just logistically, it's the only way to make sure everybody gets everything and it stays. The provenance stays there. And for example, one of the questions on Discord today was about the Phoenix Quill boxes. Well, we won't even know what order has them. Those will all be in the order and sealed. So if we break up the orders, then we know what's in the boxes. So everybody needs to keep their Kickstarter orders all together, all in one. So if you're going to Shattering, I know some people got multiple orders, so you don't have to have all of your orders go to Shattering. But if you want an order to go there, the whole order has to go. So that's another little information to share. But that's going to be coming out today in a survey. I expect, unless there's any more edits, but that should be coming out relatively soon.
Again, that survey should be up before this actually airs.
It should be.
Okay, so the old survey we filled out is kind of like null and void.
We're gonna cross-reference it, but we do need to do a new survey just because we want to make and everybody who did the first survey has to do the second one. And if somebody misses it, we will contact if you filled it out and said yes, and then don't fill out the second one.
And just so it's clear, so if I'm coming to the Shattering and I don't want my entire order at the Shattering, because like for me, for example, like I'm flying in, so like I have cases that I'm receiving. I can't fly back with cases, so I probably won't get any. But I can still get my serialized boxes.
Correct.
Sure.
Or
absolutely.
So there's two separate things in. So there's the order and there's the serialized boxes.
Correct.
Yep.
Gotcha. Excellent.
Correct. Yeah.
Okay.
And so, I mean,
and go ahead, Eric.
Sorry, I was gonna say, and the other thing, just to be clear, is like, you take your order and you let's say you're somebody who has 30 boxes or 20 boxes, you rip all your stuff. We are not going to be responsible for shipping everybody's stuff a second time back to their houses. So you can, box it back up, save the box it came in, and go drop it off and maybe ship it to your house. But we won't be personally handling each person's orders and then reshipping them in any way.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
Okay, and to go back to the serialization. So we now know once they're serialized, we're follow the regular redemption process. How are we doing how and when do we do the actual serialization?
So I have to get the Serialized Advantage boxes shrink wrapped first here. So once I have them all shrink wrapped and finished, then I will get with dev team and get the boxes in the marketplace and get that random run. So We don't have a large timeline. We'll probably close that survey here by February 26th for what you want to bring to the Shattering. So I need all those steps completed prior to that date. So that gives you kind of an end date in sight there.
Okay. And then when you say completed prior to that date, is that the randomization is done? Everyone knows what the serial numbers are.
Yes.
Okay. And those, I'm assuming the way it's going to work is the randomization done, serial numbers gets assigned, and then that picture will update and it'll show the serial number. Is that
we're
talking
through that. We're talking through that. It'll probably either be in the trait or in the header, possibly using the metadata in the marketplace. I don't know that updating all of the pictures is an efficient use of time. So I think a header or a trait of some kind will be the way you see what the box number is.
And just thinking ahead, someone's probably asked this question. It won't be just the dragon boxes. It is all serialized advantage boxes. So like if you want your Umbra theme box or any of those,
yep,
it's every single one. You have the option to have at the Shattering if you want. So I'm just trying to think ahead what questions people might have. So, you know, like some people think they're different products because they got different pictures, but really they're all serialized.
It's all one SKU. Yeah.
So.
Okay. And so just to clarify one more time for people. So Kickstarter orders, whatever you ordered under one email or one account is an all or nothing shipped to the Shattering or shipped to your house. If you have multiple accounts, you can choose per account where the ship to is. On the serialized boxes, you get to pick 1, none, 10, 20, however many you want. You individually send them to the redemption, and that's what will get shipped to the thing. Okay. On the serialized boxes, will you, if you redeem it, I'm assuming you also have the option to ship it to your house.
Correct.
Okay.
That's why we want to use the singular point of the same address for the ones going to the Shattering. Is then when I export all those numbers in the marketplace, it'll all have the same address, and we'll just know to pull those specific boxes.
Wonderful. Now, Eric and Doug, how many dragon boxes do you guys have? And if you hit a
I only got
low
6
serial number, what do you plan on doing with them?
I only got 6 of them. I don't know. I kind of want to keep everything sealed. Not gonna lie. I wish I had more.
Everybody always wants to keep everything sealed until they actually get it, and then they got to rip it.
Yeah, it's gonna. I think what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna mail them to Eric's house, and then that way he can keep me from opening them.
There you go.
For me, I have 32 total serialized advantage boxes. I have the complete 99 plus 93 set.
Nice.
So all of those will remain sealed. I plan to get acrylic cases for them and display them on a shelf in my new man cave.
So you're not going to rip any dragon boxes?
Well, no. That's the out of 99. Those
serialized. Oh, out of the 99.
Yeah.
Okay.
So each one of the orbital 99s. Yep, and the 93. So the whole set, which does put me in as a Hall of Famer on the Radish Hall of Fame there, because I do have a complete set. And then the dragon boxes, I do probably plan to rip at least 10 to 15 of them, I think. And I'll see if a part of me said I was going to rip till I hit a stone foil. So it's possible that I go through all of them and not hit it. But if I hit a stone foil, I will probably stop and kind of see how things start to shake out, with what everybody else is doing.
Gotcha. That's very cool. I'm so excited for the Shattering. Speaking of, while we have you two, any insights, secret news you can relay on
alpha maybe?
Yeah. On the Shattering?
So we are gonna have a little tournament on Sunday morning. So like if for people who are sticking around, it's not gonna be I mean, I don't know. It depends on people. Like that's on the survey. We're asking if people are interested in it. So we just know it's tough because of the flights. So like depending on interest depends on how much we go all out for it. So like but I know we'd love to see like 30, 40, 50 people stick around and play with their new cards. So we're gonna have an event Sunday morning, mid-morning ish. That'll be a lot of fun.
A little
Friday,
brunch event, maybe.
yeah,
A little
exactly.
brunch.
Now on Friday, we don't have any official events, but I can tell you for sure there'll be people hanging around the hotel bar.
Like a meet and greet, hangout.
Mm-hmm.
But it'll be the same people you see on Saturday too, though. So like I just don't want people to like, feel like if their plane ticket, if you fly in and get there and you miss the,
Yeah.
I don't want people to feel like they missed anything. It's just more of like, if you get there early and like come hang out, like there'll be people there to hang out with.
Yeah. Wonders of the First is not hosting an event Friday night.
Right. Make sure that's clear.
This is all nice and everything, but let's get to what everybody really wants to know. What's going to be in that swag bag?
I guess drop it today.
So there is a swag bag. There will be some fun stuff in there. Here's what I'll say. There are 2 unique items that you will get in your swag bag that will not be for sale and will not be listed on our website for sale in any way in terms of, you can't come buy the item, right?
You will not be able to get extras.
And it's 1 per person. So there will not be nobody will be taking extras home to go, hook up the
Text.
There won't be any.
Take your hands off, Text.
Hey, I'm bringing 8 people with me, so each person gets a swag bag.
Yeah. So that should come out. We'll have that information soon also.
I don't want to steal the thunder, but that video should be coming out today. So
all right.
Oh, there's a
that's
video.
what I was told. Don't quote me. I mean, I was told like that's the rumor. Supposedly it's going to drop today. About
all right.
So
items. for the tournament, Joe, on Sunday, if people come to the Shattering and they're not ripping any of their own cards, are there going to be like the other?
Yeah.
There.
I would assume there'll be enough product that somebody will probably loan you a starter deck. I know I'm going to have my stuff there. Like I personally would. I mean, I only have so many, but I would loan people the starter decks. They're not even really starter decks. Honestly, they're more than starter decks. They're really, really well built decks. You could easily play in that tournament and be competitive with them. So
I beat Joe at one.
Yeah,
Boulder up here.
Hey, that's supposed to be a secret.
I was going to say that's some breaking news right there.
Yeah. Will there be?
Joe's not that easy to beat.
Will there be?
He beat Doug, not Joe.
Oh,
okay. Is there going to be any product to buy at the Shattering?
Yes.
Yeah,
I want to be clear though. It's not cards. Like we will not have any cards.
Well. We are working on having some breakers who could be there. So it may not be where you can buy sealed stuff for yourself, but we will likely have breaks and streaming that you can participate in also.
Wonderful. Okay.
But if you think of like accessories, things you could display, things like that,
some gear.
Maybe some merch.
Yeah, there's gonna be stuff like that. I just want to make sure you guys don't. I don't want to get the wrong impression. People come down, they're ready to buy a bunch of cases because that's not gonna happen.
Hey, Jen, I'm gonna need to borrow some money when we get down to the Shattering. So
okay.
Just a heads up.
Just
bring
find
cash.
the text. Yep.
Okay. Yeah.
Text. Maybe we can barter. I'll take some bourbon for some cards. Maybe.
Hey,
for my personal stash.
I'm trying to work with you on that. Let's. You got to go through that list. You got to let me know what you want.
Sounds good. I'll take a look again.
All right.
All right. Well, we don't want to take up any more of your time. I know you guys got some big work to do there. So thank you guys so much for dropping by and giving us an update and hanging out with us. We appreciate it.
Hey, no problem, guys. Looking forward to seeing you.
Thanks so much. See you guys in the chat.
Can't wait.
Bye.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Just like that, another trip around the block is in the books. Huge shout out to our field reporters, Loco and Hawkwind, for keeping us in the know, and to Ever the intern, who somehow manages to hold this whole operation together. And of course, we can't forget the legend behind the controls, Slappy White, who keeps this show running most of the time. Remember, we always love hearing from you, so please comment, like, and subscribe. And if you have any ideas or questions, please send them to tips@radishdigital.com. We'll be back next week with more updates, more stories, and probably more Tech Super one-liners we didn't see coming. Until then, stay plugged in, stay engaged, and we'll see you next time around the block.